Listen to me. All that negative energy that you put in the air, take it out right now.
Carr across the middle finds Renfro. They get out of there, and the ball comes. They got me down.
I mean, when you look at it, it's just absolutely stacked.
Back up! Back up! Waller across.
Take a seat.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Muller.
The boy grew up.
Snap good, hold good, and victory in overtime for the Raiders.
What's cracking with you, man? It's your boy Dirty live in the garage, man. Full of a lot of energy today, man. Way more than yesterday. Y'all know how I do, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the new intro. That's just a little something I've been working on. I had to switch it up. Can't keep things the same. You know what I mean? Got to keep moving forward. Things of that nature, man. Hope everybody had a wonderful and blessed day. If it's your first time here, hey, thank you for being here. First and foremost, 50 billion things on YouTube. The fact that you took the time to lay eyes on my channel for any amount of time is more than greatly appreciated. For real, for real. So I want to give a shout out to everybody pulling up. For all those that are in the chat, Chocolate City, what's good with you, man? Sean Johnson, my dude, what's good? Milk a breezy like cereal, my guy, Desert Raider. What's good with you, man? Egalitarian, what's up with you, man? Robert Pena, I saw you up there, man. Look, shout out to everybody, man. Much love. Greatly appreciate y'all pulling up. I do have some special guests that were invited. Eventually, they'll pull up. But until then, you know what? Let's just jump right into it, man. The biggest news right now is Ndamukong Suh's possibility of actually being a Raider. Now, I know in the past people have asked me, and I said, you know, I don't really care either way. And my opinion still stays the same. I don't really care either way if we get him, if we don't get him, right? But it looks like it is extremely heating up to the fact that he just may be signing with the Las Vegas Raiders. G-Town 488, what's good with you, brother? Michael Guerrero, my dude, what's good, man? Hope all is well with you. So, with the Tampa Bay Bucks signing Akeem Hicks, this really opens the door for us being able to sign an Ndamukong Suh, right? And with, was it Cleveland? Cleveland that was in the race to get Ndamukong? With them backing off, you know what I mean? It looks even better for us, right? Now, he could still go back to Tampa Bay. Yeah, he could still go back to Tampa Bay. That's a true statement. But why would he? You know what I mean? Like Ndamukong is a man of character, right? If he's a man of character and he wants to be treated as such, right? With the respect and all of that, the odds of him going back to Tampa Bay, slim to none. Truthfully, I feel like it could be slim to none of him going back to Tampa Bay. Now, what would the cost be? That is the other issue. You know what I mean? I gotta know what an Ndamukong Suh is gonna cost. Anything over $7 mil, I think I walk away from. Just being honest, anything over $7 mil, I think that's my tipping point right there. $7 million is my tipping point. But first, got to take care of Hunter Renfro. Then we got to take care of Darren Waller. Now, Darren Waller is in the contract extension talk right now, which is perfectly fine. We discussed this a little bit yesterday. And probably should be second, third highest tight end in the NFL after his signing. So, Renfro, Bugsy, what's good with you, brother? Hope all is well. Hope you're having a blessed and wonderful evening. And I'm only here for an hour. You guys know, you know what I mean? We're only here for an hour, so we're gonna have a little chit chat, have a little fun. I'm gonna pull up some articles that I have yet to read really quickly on the. And you guys know how I do. I open up the Radar app. You know what I mean. I give you the good feel good stories. You know what I mean, and the inside track of what it is they're speaking on there inside the building. Fade to Black, what's good with you, brother, man? Hope all is well with you, man. I will get with you tomorrow, bro. I saw your text message, but I've been busy. But I will definitely get with you tomorrow, bro. Yeah. So with that, with the amount of money that we're getting tomorrow, right? We're supposed to get some money tomorrow. And shout out to my boy Sean Johnson, who sent me a list of things that could take place that would free up a little bit more money. But he and I both agree that some of those things were a little bit, more on the unlikely side of happening. Truthfully, because the only ones that really made sense really wasn't saving us any money. And that was Amik Robinson and Levitt, both of them not making the team and being cut or released. Really didn't make any sense on a money wise side. But made total sense on the fact that somebody could be beating them out. So that's the only way I see anybody being moved is if they're losing the battle in camp, right? So and Ndamukong Suh. Now, if you bring in an Ndamukong Suh and line him up on that front line, along with a Max Crosby, along with a Chandler Jones, as well as a Neil Farrell Jr. or Butler, or Nicholas Biles. You guys know who I'm speaking on, right? That guy. Like, that is a strong front presence. It's actually an amazingly strong front presence. You then have what they call a wrecking ball crew. This is a group of guys that break down walls all day long. I played behind a wrecking ball crew defensive line in high school, and these guys were unstoppable. And I do mean unstoppable. Like, they were getting in and out of gaps, pushing linemen over, just crushing running backs and quarterbacks in the backfield. I feel like that's what the Raiders are building or trying to build up front right now. They're trying to build a wrecking ball crew. Now, you got the NASCAR package and you got this package, but a wrecking ball package, that is beastly. That's beastly. That is a nightmare for offensive coordinators. And I know a lot of people aren't speaking on it because we haven't signed him and things of that nature. But you know what? That doesn't even really matter to me. You know what I mean? As it stands right now, it is a strong possibility. And as I mentioned to Sean Johnson in backstage, we were talking back and forth. If we get him, it'll be in the next 4 days. If it's not in the next 4 days, I don't see it happening. So, yes, I know we're not supposed to do these types of things, but I'm putting a time frame on it. You know what I mean? I'm literally putting a time frame on it. If it's not in the next 4 days, then it's not going to happen. That's just how I feel, because there's not a lot of teams in the market for him right now. Carlos, my guy, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hope all is well. Big reason I'm full of energy tonight. Got the coffee. Got the coffee going tonight. It's a new mix right there. That's that gangster shit. That's that coffee. with some Frappuccino, right? Some motherfucking Baileys and some Kahlua. Shit tastes delicious, man. Shit is tasting delicious. And when I get ready to go to sleep, I'm gonna sleep really well. But back to our whole little content, man. I honestly see this defensive side of the ball this year being one of the most dominant forces in NFL football this year. I really see them being not 7-Eleven Coffee Desert, not 7-Eleven at all. This is fresh ground Starbucks Pike 7. Yeah, Pike 7. Yeah, I believe that's what it is. It's a Starbucks freshly ground though, man. I actually took the time to ground my beans today. Yeah, I mean, pause on however you think about the grounding the beans. But tonight we got the home brewed tonight, man. I really see this defense being top 5, and people might be saying, "Hey, you're a little biased. You're jumping the gun. It's a little too quick for that." But I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Look at all these other teams that they're saying, "Oh, they're this and they're that and they're this," and we're looking at it, and technically on paper, they're not better than us, right? So, with the style of defense that our defensive coordinator wants to play, with who we have on the defensive side of the ball in the office, designing these plays for players to be in tune with and perform on the field, you got to remember, you know what I mean, Ryan is not a slouch when it comes to putting together a defense, right? And this is a guy I've been asking for, because the reason I've been asking for him is, even though he may not be a defensive coordinator per se anymore, his defensive mind is almost irreplaceable. If you understand what I'm saying, the amount of offenses that he's seen in his career, I don't think there's an offense out here he hasn't seen or he hasn't schemed for. You know what I mean? So if you have somebody like that who's been around for so long and is damn near seen every single offense, if all he has to do is come in and watch film and jot some shit down on paper, and then have somebody else actually enforce it, oh man, I could see this defense being, just being, I mean, amazingly just crazy getting after the quarterback, shutting down passing lanes, sticky coverage. That's what I'm feeling from this defense. Raider Bob 85, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. Hope all is well. Man, brother Collar all turned up, man. Ain't nobody even said nothing about a brother Collar being all turned up, man. He got me out here looking stupid and shit. But before I continue, ladies and gentlemen, I got a special guest backstage. This is one of my brothers that I rock with a whole lot, on camera, off camera. He is one of the 4 people producing the Father and Kids Camping Weekend. He is extremely knowledgeable about the Raiders, as well as all your outdoor fishing needs. Ladies and gentlemen, our brother, we love him, we appreciate him, Mr. Brown Crackers himself, Raider Twan. What's up with you, Twan?
Hey, what's good, fam?
Hey, I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. just sitting here conversating about this defense and where I feel like it's going to be this year.
Hmm.
We were also speaking on the Ndamukong Suh possibilities, especially with Tampa Bay acquiring Akeem Hicks, leaving the door wide open for us to go ahead and snatch up Ndamukong Suh, especially with um was it Cleveland? No, it was Cincinnati, right? No, Cleveland. Cleveland that was interested in Ndamukong, and they
Yeah.
closed the door. They pulled away from that. So yeah, that leaves the door for us open. Just speaking on the fact that, if we are to acquire him, putting him up front with Max and Yannick, I mean not Yannick, Chandler Jones and Nicholas Biles or Farrell Jr. or Butler or any one of those guys, right?
You
It
name it.
becomes a wrecking ball crew up front. And I was just explaining to some people who may not understand what a wrecking ball crew might be. I played with a wrecking ball crew in high school, and it was a crew of guys that were just literally unstoppable. Um, they were big, they were fast, they had the moves. They just gave offensive lines, issues. They gave offensive coordinators issues, and um, I believe that's what the Raiders are creating right now. Um, with the addition of a Rex Ryan, you know what I mean? Having him in the front, having him in the office, and lightening his duties to where now all he has to do is come in, watch film, scheme, hand that down to somebody else, and have them reinforce it. Lightens the load of his physicality, and him being the guy that he is, have seen being in the NFL for so long. He's seeing every single offense there is. You know what I mean? He's
Mhm.
game planned for everything. Unless somebody comes out with something extremely brand new this year, which I highly doubt, he's seen it all. You know what I mean? And by not having to be the head guy defensive coordinator, lightens the load for him, which makes his job easier for him, which then in turns makes our defense that much better.
Facts.
You know? So what do you how are you feeling about this defense, and what is your opinion on landing in Ndamukong Suh? And yeah, how do you see him being used?
You know what w- I have to kind of and this is just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking anybody else, but just for me, I have to, for my mentals, I have to just kind of be like McDaniels. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of, you know what I'm saying, I'm only gonna deal with the people, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that's under roster. Cause we I find myself getting overexcited, you know what I'm saying, about players, you know what I'm saying, that hypothetically were connected to our team or whatever the situation may be. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to equal my excitement about Bradbury, and that didn't happen. And you know what I'm saying? And we can keep going down the list of how many people that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I I want to be excited about it because I see things. I see the things lining up to it happening. But
Hmm.
until it happens, I'm just gonna kind of keep my excitement. But in the sense of answering your question, if Sue does come, that's really going to take our D line over the top. I think we're solid as a D line right now as it is. But in addition with Sue, it is really going to and we talked about the offense where it's a pick your poison when you have a Renfro, when you have a Devontae Adams, when you have a Waller. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the same thing when it comes to our defense. If we have a Sue, pick your poison. Who are you going to slide the coverage to? Because somebody's going to be one on one. Are you going to try to block our ends and then allow our interior to eat you up, or are you going to push everything on the inside and
Yeah.
allow our, you know what I'm saying? It can
Exactly.
go. It creates a big problem. And like you said, I'm excited for um for Coach Ryan. You know what I'm saying? It for him to come in, and I don't know necessarily, what specifically he's going to do, but if I was in that specific situation, I would be like, "Hey, Ryan, I know that you've been proven to have some monster D lines, and you were able to dial up some certain things. You know what I'm saying? Some exotic
Yeah.
stuff, D line wise. So I would have him scheming every third down. You know what I'm saying? It would be a
Yeah.
different look every time. So that is something that I'm excited for, on how they're going to implement the coaching. But if this really comes through, with Sue, it's really going to bring our defense over the top. And I'm not worried about our secondary or our linebackers if we get Sue, because I feel like if we get a lot of pressure up front, it really doesn't matter who's on the back end.
For sure. Stu, what's good with you, brother? Hope all is well. Our brother Stuart Swaggart is in the building. Our boy Unfiltered Truth, Mr. Phil Robinson is in the building. What's good with you? Our sister O Gems is in the building. What's good with you, sis? Hope all is well. Hey, Stu, if you're not busy, link is in the chat. You can pull up if you want. Shoot the breeze with us for a little bit. Phil, you as well. If you're not busy, if you want to hang out, you know what I mean? You are more than welcome to pull up as well. Greatly appreciate you all being here. Truthfully, appreciate everyone being here. So Phil wants to know what technique is Sue playing. He's asking you.
I think he's going to actually play. That's going to be. He's probably going to play the. He's not going to play the nose. He's going to play if they're playing the 4-3, then probably going to play like that defensive end on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Kind of similar to what he did when he was with um the Bucks, when he was next to Vita Veda. Now if they go to the 3-4, then I would actually still keep him off of, being the nose. I would have him kind of be the 3 tech,
Yeah.
which would put him next to either Max Crosby or Chandler Jones, and they could do, there's a lot of flexibility there where they can stunt and do what they need to do. I I I I know that Sue can be able to handle the nose in certain situations, but I wouldn't put him there. I would definitely use him, more on pass rush downs to keep him, um, you know, really fresh.
Yeah. I'm using him wherever he best fits. Um, he is going to play that D tackle position or that nose tackle position. Um, it's wherever he's going to get the most pressure. It's where he's going to create the most havoc. That's exactly where I'm going to play him. DN, no, I'm not playing Ndamukong Suh on the DN. That's not happening. That's not happening at all. I know the Raiders have been doing some very different things this year. Um, from the way that they're treating players who are here that deserve contract extensions to the way they're bringing players in and investigating them, um, doing their due diligence, getting gathering all their information, and trying to put the best thing that they can out on the field, right? So, if you bring in an Ndamukong Suh, that solidifies the front. That's what everybody's been saying, right? You bring in Ndamukong Suh, the front defensive line is fucking solid, right? Now, our linebackers, even though people aren't speaking a whole lot about them, our linebacking core is really not that bad. They made a couple of additions to the room. The only 2 returning linebackers from last year are Denzel Perryman and Divine Diablo, right? These are the only two returning linebackers that we have from last year. Then they say you have someone like Farrell who may be playing linebacker next year. You know what I mean? Which I can see. He's tall. He's lanky. He's not slow. That's another thing. He's not slow. People tend to forget Clee is pretty fast for his size. He really is pretty fast for his size. He's chased down a lot of tackles from the backside. A lot of running backs from the backside. He's been able to drop back in coverage and get his hands on the ball. I'm not saying interceptions, but pass breakups. You know what I mean? Dropping back off the line, getting into some passing lanes, and creating some pass breakups, right? Or causing the quarterback to look somewhere else. So you have that going on as well with Clee being in that linebacker room.
You know what, Dirty. I stand corrected. I missaid that about Sue being a defensive end. I had to look back at what the 3-4 defense is. He's going to be a D tackle, but he's not going to be the nose for if I had to implement him there in the 3-4. Sorry about that.
You good? Shit, if you don't implement him at the nose in the 3-4, he's not on the field. I'm not putting him on the outside. I can't. Not Sue. Jojo Valdez, what's good, man? Hope all is well.
But usually, okay.
I'm just saying, I don't, as much as I like Sue, right? I just don't have the faith and trust in the old legs, you know what I mean, as I would in someone like a Chandler Jones or someone like Cleveland Farrell on that outside who can actually get out and quite possibly control that outside run lane, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Ndamukong Suh has that in him anymore to be out there being able to cut left or right, shut down lanes like that. Like, I think his whole thing is, I just want to take it easy and clog the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see that, but I've also seen in the 3-4 is where they'll, that's when they'll implement the linebacker to, kind of be the edge. You know what I'm saying? So in that situation, you could possibly still use him because even if he is, that third one on the outside per se, he's not really on the outside because there's a linebacker or that DN linebacker that type of role that covers the edge. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. It depends on how they place him. If he's at last man hanging, then like you said, that might not be the best situation for him. But if they're still bringing, if it's still a 3-4, if it's a 3-4 front but they're bringing 5, you know what I'm saying? That means there's other people on the outside of him, no matter what's going on.
Yeah. AR, what's good with you, brother? Hope all is well, man. Let's see. I know Sue is still a good player, but I'm not excited about possibly signing a player who is 35 plus in age. Well, see, here's the thing. I'm excited about it if the price is right. And as Phil said, they gave the Bucks gave Akeem Hicks $10 million, right? Sue is making less, but that less needs to be $7 million, nothing more. That is all I want to give him. I don't want to give him any more, and I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm not. But Raider Lunatic, what's good with you, brother? What's good with you, Loon? $7 million, man. $7 million is right where I want to be. Phil says 5. I think Sue laughs at that. I think that's a joke for him. He's not even picking up the phone for $5 million to tell you to fuck off. He's just not gonna respond. I hope we don't get Sue thinking he's going to cost $10 million to 13 for his last season. Too much to pay for 20 to 30 tackles, 4 to 5 sacks, and 5 to 7 tackles for losses. I'm going to hard pass. We'll see. That's the thing. The 10 to 13, he's not getting that, JoJo. He's not. I think he's at the realization after all these teams that are deciding to not bring him in, speak with him, or listen to entertain his offers. He's under the understanding that, yes, this could be his last season. It could be definitely be his last contract if it's his last season. And I think he's just willing to win. You know what I mean? I honestly think he just, at this point in time, he just wants another ring. He already has one, but I think he just wants another. I think he wants another shot at it, another possibility. He's not going to get it in Tampa Bay because obviously they don't want him back, and if they do want him back, they're going to give him a whole lot less than what he's probably willing to take.
Yeah.
That 5 is 7 plus incentives. Well, look, that's fine. I think 7 mil. I think 7 mil is fine. 6 mil guaranteed, $1 million incentive. As to, I don't know, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Shit, 6 sacks. You know what I mean? He gets $1 million bonus for 6 or 7 sacks. You know what I mean? Then he gets $1 million bonus. I don't know. Throw a package together. You know what I mean? Throw $1 million package together. Make it achievable, and you got yourself a deal.
I don't know if the statistics are, you know what I'm saying, right now of where we are, but you know, I know that our team is not the senior citizens club, you know what I'm saying, like it used to be. You know, I'm not saying we're the youngest team out there, but you know what I'm saying, we're definitely not the oldest team out there like we used to be. So, you know, I'm okay with having a little bit of salt and pepper in the group. You know what I'm saying? You know, and if he ends up being that salt and pepper, I'm cool with it. You know.
Yeah. So Sean, appreciate the info. You know, I mean, the unofficial executive producer passing along the stat lines. So these numbers right here are fabulous numbers. These make me understand and realize that when I say 7 mil, I'm not talking out the side of my face. You know what I mean? I'm right there in the ballpark of probably what it's going to take for him to get it done. So his last 3 contracts, 1 year, 9 mil. The following year he signed another 1 year for 8 mil, and then he signed another one for 9 mil the following year. Right now, you come to Vegas. That 1, 8, 9, that 9, that 8, that shit turns into 7, 6.5. Right? That's where I'm at. That's the number I'm willing to pay to get in Ndamukong Suh.
Tax free.
7 mil. You know what I mean? I think that's the perfect amount of money for that gentleman. It's 1 year. We're trying to get to the Super Bowl. And we think you make a wonderful, great addition to that. Right? Yeah, but look, even though he signed those to win a championship, you know what I mean, he could quite possibly do that here too. You got to think about it, right? Now, like I said, I know earlier I said I didn't care, you know what I mean, one way or another, if this brother got here, didn't get here, anything like that. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, got to get to my brother real quick. I know he's on a limited amount of time because he's on that slave ship right about now. Ladies and gentlemen, my partner in crime, my Brody, Mr. Lunatic Raider. What's up, Loon?
What it do? All right. Out here on work release. Picking up trash on the side of the freeway.
What's
What's up,
good?
Twine?
Hey, what's good?
Oh
Farrell?
shit, I'm good. I'm good. Y'all talk about old Sue, huh?
Yeah, talking about Sue.
Yeah.
So you got to think, you know what I mean? If you, like I said, I know I said, you know, I don't care if he comes, if he goes, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter to me. But the closer that it gets to actually signing him, I literally have to start thinking, okay, what are the possibilities, right? Now, you put a Ndamukong Suh, a Chandler Jones, and a Max Crosby up front, bro. That is a Super Bowl getting
Man.
after the quarterback defensive line.
Yeah.
It is.
For
I mean,
real.
and Ndamukong Suh is Ndamukong Suh. Chandler Jones is Chandler Jones. Max Crosby is that next up and coming guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's that next up and coming guy. And then you got these young cats that can learn from an Ndamukong Suh, like Butler
Exactly.
and Farrell.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You got these young guys that can learn from him. Bottom line, at low $7 million for a name period, it's not a name. You know what I mean? It's really not a name. You
Nope.
got to understand. You got two rookies at this position. They need somebody to learn from.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
teachers in public school don't get paid enough, right? Well, teachers in the NFL, they do get paid. You know what I mean? And for him to come in, take his time, and teach as well as perform, $7 million is not a bad number for an Ndamukong Suh.
Hell no.
I think $7 million is a fair amount of number.
Yep.
For a guy on his very last year. And if he feels like we could be possibly chasing a Super Bowl, then who am I to fucking argue with an Ndamukong Suh
Man.
about the defensive front line? Because he's seeing what I want to see.
Man. That's what we always needed, was a defensive tackle like him. Push that pocket up the
He's been
center.
trying to get to the Raiders for a long time. Let's just be honest, bro. Everybody knows he's been trying to get to the Raiders for a very long time. What would be the best way for him to end his career? Finally donning that silver and black like he's wanted to his whole career. Right?
I'm already knowing.
So,
man.
I mean, bro, to don that silver and black for your last year with the possibilities of hoisting the trophy.
Man. I don't even think it'll be his last.
I think this is a setup for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite, you know, draft picks this year, you know what I'm saying, is Neil Farrell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
One thing that Neil Farrell got is that he can stop the run, but he needs to work on his pass rush. If Sue comes in, where do you think Neil Farrell's going to learn from? You know what I'm saying?
Take him under his wing. Exactly.
He has a whatever, however long the contract is. You know what I'm saying? Or let's just say it's just a 1-year rental. He has a whole year to learn from Sue, and then have Neil Farrell come out already knowing how to stop the run. But since he's been hanging under Sue, now he knows how to pass rush.
Yep.
There we go for another 5 years. Another, you know what I'm saying? Another 4 years, or however long Farrell's contract is, right?
Yep.
Setting up the future. Butler, interior pass rusher, right? Interior lineman, gets to learn from Sue.
Yep.
And those are supposed to be the two guys. You know what I'm saying? Those are supposed to be the
future.
two guys that we're marching in with next year.
Yep.
So even if he comes in and be a teacher, you know what I'm saying? I know he's gonna get some PT if he comes, but if he just comes in and shows Neil Farrell how to pass rush and be a pro, that's a win for us.
Oh yeah, for real.
No, most definitely, man. Most definitely.
Man, that potential though. Oh my God.
See, and I'm not
offensive.
trying to get excited about it, man. Y'all trying to get me, you know what I'm saying, all worked up already. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I just got off the phone with him, and he's sitting off.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
I just got off the phone with him. He was telling me, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he do it. Man. Yes, indeed.
Because everybody on the D line is gonna eat.
Man, hey, they're gonna compliment each other. For real.
I just think that's a hard. I think that's a hard front line to actually game plan for, man. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how our offense is gonna be. Like you got Waller, Adams. You know what I mean? You got Renfro. You got you know what I mean, Robinson or whoever else, bro. Like who are you gonna double team? Well, it's the same thing for our front defensive line. Who are you going to double team? I mean, you already had issues with figuring out who was going to double team, Chandler or Jones, right?
Yeah.
Now you throwing in Dominican Sue in
there, and that's not even it. That's just straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not in counting in. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier. You know what I'm saying? If Coach Ryan starts making, you know what I'm saying, in tackle twist and you know what I'm saying, all these game plans, you know what I'm saying,
man,
they start switching up, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All of a sudden all you see is the line shift to one side and then they start twisting and turning. Like what are you really gonna do then?
Man,
we're just talking about straight up.
It's like that saying that I always say. The machine as a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. I look at it as all together how it's gonna work, and it's gonna be that'll be nasty. That fucking defensive line. Good luck. Good luck.
Chocolate City. I'm not against bringing McCoy back, but only as a staff, only as part of the staff, man. I'm not interested in giving him a jersey. I believe he's probably a great hype man, but his injuries is what makes me not want to bring him back. I can spend that money somewhere else. That is my only knock on Gerald McCoy is his injuries. I know both of you brothers kind of pulled up late, man. Did y'all catch the new intro?
Nah.
Yeah, I created a new intro, man.
Oh, we pulled up late? I thought you started late.
Both.
Don't be pointing at me saying it's my fault, damn it.
Hey.
Listen to me. All that negative energy that you're putting in the air, take it out right now.
Carr across the middle finds Renfro. Get out of there. And the ball comes. They got me down.
I mean, when you look at it, it's just absolutely stacked.
Back up. Waller across.
Take a seat.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Mullen.
The boy grows up.
Snap good, hold good, and victory in overtime for the Raiders.
Yeah. Okay. Now I gotta go change mine. Nah, fuck.
I gotta keep changing shit up, bro. I gotta keep changing shit up. Man. I can't keep the same intro forever, man. I gotta move on. Yeah, I'll probably keep that one for 90 days.
I already know it.
Something else from there, man. Who knows?
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, man.
Okay. That's what you was working on?
When we talked when we was on the phone earlier?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I was working on, man. Hey,
now we gotta work on Twan's fishing intro.
Hey, shout out to my boy Black and Grayed Out for producing the track. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That I used. He produced a track. I got 17 of his tracks. I got 17 tracks that he sent me over, bro. Love that dude. Shout out to him, man. In actuality, let me ask that we have a quick little moment of silence. Black and Grayed Out's father passed away a couple of days ago. So I just want to have a quick moment of silence for our brother Black and Grayed Out. For sure, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. That's my dude. You know what I mean? That's my dude. So hey, Chocolate City, I appreciate that. Michael, I appreciate that too, man. Phylon, if he is healthy, bro, he would be a nice, wonderful addition to bring back. But here's the thing: you probably won't get him back to about week 8. You know what I mean? Realistically, you probably won't get him back until about week 8. Jojo Valdez says, sorry, but everyone going to hate my thoughts on the line, but I think that will be our biggest weak spot coming into the season. Feel better if we run a 4-3, but think we run a 4-3-4 most of the time. Jay, what's good with you? My salute to you. Look, Jojo, you are entitled to your opinion. Always here at Dirty Raiders Garage. I will never say you're wrong because that is your opinion. It's how you feel. Hey, look, and that's okay. That's okay. But I will tell you this, man. Remain optimistic. Because truthfully, I think that this defensive that we have, this defensive line that we have, is going to be okay, man. I think you have some beast up front that people are really not really counting on. You know what I mean? They're really not, you know what I mean, looking at these guys for who they are, what it is they can do. They're being underestimated. Well, you keep underestimating these guys all you want to, man. You know what I mean? The way I look at it, keep underestimating them all you want to. Because the more you underestimate them, the less you prepare. And the less you're prepared, the more you get taken advantage of. So, if you want to not be prepared to take on probably one of the top 3 duos, and if you add in the Dominican Sue, top trio, because they would be the top trio in the NFL, then go ahead. Do that. By all means, please do. We'll just continue to take advantage of you.
I think that goes all. I think that also goes with our, like you said earlier. I think our linebackers, you know what I'm saying, they're blue collar guys. You know what I'm saying, they really don't have the flashy names, but they get the job done. You know what I'm saying. The guys that we brought in, like the Frackrells and the, you know what I'm saying, the J-Ron Brown. You know what I'm saying, like those guys, they're blue collar guys. They're not the flashy, but they get the job done. And I think our linebackers are actually going to surprise us more than we think because they're not the top names or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's all going to work together. You know what I mean? Just to wait. That's what I'm waiting on, to see how Patrick Graham is going to have this defense working together. You know what I mean? And every position, if they just do their job, and I know he's going to put them in a position to succeed. That's why I can't wait till the preseason. I want to see these young dudes. I want to see their motor. I want to see their attention to detail. I want to see how they get down. Because if they show those factors, I'm knowing they'll fit. They're going to fit right in.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to go ahead and share my screen. There was an article that I had read earlier. Of course, all my articles come from the Raider website. You know what I mean? I like to hear from them. I don't really too much care for everybody else's shit. And this one is about Matthew Butler, Neil Farrell Jr. were natural forces up the middle in the SEC, right? So they were natural forces in the SEC, and let me get into it. Another written by Levi Edwards. You know what I mean? Shout out to Levi Edwards, beat writer for the Raiders. Growth and development are two common traits. General manager Dave Ziegler believes the team can get out of the two defensive tackles they drafted this year. The Raiders decided to go back to back on interior defensive linemen with their fourth and fifth round picks, selecting Neil Farrell Jr. out of LSU and Matthew Butler from Tennessee. Two versatile linemen were drafted to compete for a rotational and possibly even a starting role in what is already a talented defensive line anchored by Max Crosby and Chandler Jones. You want to draft players that are improving. Everybody is developing. College players, pro players, things of that nature, Ziegler said on drafting the two. But obviously, you want to see a college player comes in at 18, 19 years old, and you ideally want to see a player that has gradually improved their body, improved their football intelligence, have improved as players, and kind of had this upward trajectory. Having players that have done that, that's an attractive trait, and you want guys that can develop and grow. And when they've shown that they've done that at a college level, you have an anticipation you're going to be able to continue to grow down the path with them once you get them on your team. Having watched some college film on Farrell and Butler, here are a few positive things that jump out about their play. Small things you can't teach. Something huge that I noticed watching Butler is not something measured by numbers, but more instinctual. Butler seems like he's always looking to punch the ball out on his tackles. While Butler notched two forced fumbles over his last two collegiate seasons, he appears to have the presence of mind to try and rip the ball out while finishing tackles. Yet while he's trying, you out there, somebody got the wind going? Somebody,
Yeah, that's
windy
me.
situation?
Yeah, that's me. I'm about to get off though. I'm gonna stay listening.
For sure.
All right.
All right, brother. My bad. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Wanted to make sure you could hear me. I couldn't hear myself for a hot second. Yet while he's trying to create the turnovers, he still doesn't lose sight of the main objective at hand, and that's finishing in the tackle. Overall, while watching Butler, I believe you'll see a very disciplined player, someone that does their job to the best of their ability and doesn't let emotions or technique deficiencies affect his level of play. In the game, it's almost zero mental because you just go from Sunday after the last game all the way to that Friday, going in just pouring into yourself mentally, Butler said following the draft. Whether it's tape or whether it's knowing that you may have a you have made a mistake or two in a game previous and going into practice and lift and film trying to ensure that what you're doing physically uh resonates to what mental aspect you want to take strides in. Big shifty. If I had to use a word to describe Farrell, it would be shifty. Defensive tackle is able to dominate on one-on-one blocking schemes against him, not because he's the fastest, but he's deceptively quick. He has a good knack for using his leverage to pull out paws, bull rushes, or spin moves on opposing offensive linemen to get them off balance. His array of moves led to 22 tackles for losses in his career at LSU. Even though I feel like I played a high level, I've still got things to work on and improve to get better every day, like every other player in the world, Farrell Jr. said after being drafted. But it's going to be fun. Um, Run stoppers. The collective The collective biggest strength between these two defensive tackles is their ability to shed blocks. And that's a big reason why Las Vegas Raiders drafted them. The team's run defense the past few seasons has statistically been subpar. With the arrivals of Josh McDaniels and Patrick Graham, they'll try to shape it up. And Farrell Jr. and Butler are two players that could give them the best opportunity to do that. The two big body tackles are capable of shooting inside gaps well and putting an end to run and pass plays before they can progress. The two combined had 10 sacks and 22 and a half tackles for loss the last two seasons. Additionally, the running backs they've had to go up against in the SEC have been NFL caliber players, such as Pro Bowler Najee Harris, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, DeAndre Swift, and Raiders' own Josh Jacobs and Zamir White. That's a solid preparation for going up against some of the best running backs in the NFL has to offer. And that is the end of that article. So, what I take away from that article right there, man, is hey, have a good one, Diego. Have a good one. Hope all is well with you, brother. So, that's why I say let's not think that these guys don't know what they're doing. Now, if you add an Ndamukong Suh to this lineup to guide these players, you then have an amazing front defensive line for some years to come, right? So, what would be the issue with that? The only issue would be the amount of money that it would cost to bring in Ndamukong Suh. So, if the amount of money that we're speaking on is the $7 million, which I was limiting, paying him at, then we really don't have a problem. We actually have something that we haven't had in a very long time. And that's a real fucking fighting chance at being the best in the AFC West. Now, we need it, and we would definitely take advantage of having an Ndamukong Suh, especially here in the AFC West, to get after quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, to get after a Russell Wilson, to get after a Justin Herbert, right? Now, people are going to hate me, and you can hate me all you want to, but I still think that Derek Carr is the second best quarterback in the AFC West. He is. He's the second best quarterback in the AFC West, statistically. But I believe when it comes to reading and breaking down defenses, I think he's the best quarterback in the AFC West. I believe he does it better than Russell Wilson. I believe he does it better than Justin Herbert. I believe he does it better than Patrick Mahomes. I believe he's the best game manager quarterback in the AFC West. I believe he makes better manager decisions than all three of these quarterbacks, right? And his game-winning drives shows that. He has the most game-winning drives since him coming into the NFL. There's no quarterback with more game-winning drives than Derek Carr. So that is why I put him at such a high caliber when I mean game managing times. You know what I mean? He's the best at it. He's the best at reading the defense and breaking it down. He's the best at it. You know what I mean? In the AFC West. But statistically and probably athletically, you know what I mean? Athletically, third best. Statistically, I believe he's the second best. Truth, and that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. People are going to hate me for it. It doesn't really matter to me. Whatever. Some people are going to hate it. Some people are going to love it. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. It's just my opinion, and it's just what I'm looking at. He had a better season than Russell Wilson did last year. He's if we if we break down the numbers, he's right there. With all the years of having lesser talent, he's still right there in that upper echelons of quarterback statistics for the amount of years that he's played. Right, he's still right there. Now this year, you've given this man a arsenal of weapons. This year, you're giving him an offensive line that is really a huge offensive line. It really is weight wise. It shoulder to shoulder stretching out. It really is a big offensive line. But you've given him multiple running backs. You've given him multiple guys that can catch the ball. I don't really know too much more you can give him. He already had a punter, already had a kicker, right? Hopefully we don't need them as much as we have in the past years. You know what I mean? Hopefully we don't need them as much, but they're there just in case. So now you're giving him something else he hasn't really had in a very long time either, and that's a defense. Somebody who can actually get after the ball, make some stops, be able to give us the ball back in good field position, right? So I think that this year we're going to be extremely happy and excited for the product that is going to be put on the field for every single game day. I don't think they're going to let us down. I think they're going to do way more than what people are giving them credit for. And I'm excited. And I do mean excited to see the product that they give us in preseason. I'm going to start in preseason, right? Because preseason is going to tell me a lot. Preseason is going to tell me a whole lot about the players that are backup players. What level of play are they at? You know what I mean? Like, what's the best way of saying it? Where do they rank in? Oh man, the I guess you would say the talent circle, the ability to learn the playbook as well. You know what I mean? So not only do we want to see their physical attributes, we want to see their knowledge and their ability to be able to pick up this game. You know what I mean? At what pace they can play it at. Freight, what's good with you? Bernard Jr., what's good, man? Hope all is well. Hope y'all had a blessed day. So I'm kind of like, I'm really, really just like anxious to see tomorrow. I really want to see tomorrow. You know what I mean? With them coming back into camp, you know what I mean, for a couple of days. I want to see. I want to see a little bit more. You know what I mean? I know that they've been real, closed lip with the media, not putting too much out there. But I want some of these reporters that are there to speak a little bit more on what it is they actually saw. You know what I mean? And stop using these, oh well, he looked good. He had this one play. Nah, man. Tell me what you really see. You know what I mean? Give me some in-depth detail as to what it is you saw out there on the field. You know what I mean? Like, give me an interesting story. You know, even the Raiders, they do that too on their website, man. They give you just a little bit, just a tad bit, just a tabernacle of a little information. But they're not releasing it all, right? So I'm really waiting for that time where, you know what I mean, they can actually, cameras can actually get out there and actually bring us a little bit more of some visuals. But everything that I've been hearing sounds good. You know what I mean? Sounds good, but it also sounds bad too. You know what I mean? We got to have a little bit more consistency. You know what I mean? We can't be having bad days and taking laps in 94-degree weather. You know what I mean? We can't be screwing up and out there taking laps, man. That takes away from time on task.
I think I think that also comes with the territory. I mean, they're trying to, it's a new coach, you know what I'm saying, new language, new terminology, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of, trying to, figure out things, so yeah, go ahead and take those laps, because those laps also help with, retention, you know what I'm saying. All of those things, and I heard that. So even with the laps, I heard that some of them was running laps because they did it. It wasn't even the coach telling them to run laps. They did it themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To discipline themselves. So there's some leadership that's still going on out there. I'm excited about like you said, I'm kind of excited to see the preseason. Because even with the preseason games, you'll still be able to see the structure. You know what I'm saying? How even if we don't win the game, you know what I'm saying? You can tell that the team was well coached. You know what I'm saying? You could see that, you know what I'm saying, that you can tell that, the players are listening to detail. You know what I'm saying? Even at the preseason level. So I'm excited to see if these young guys are getting, you know what I'm saying, the basics, because you remember in preseason they don't do the exotic stuff. You know what I'm saying? They keep it real basic. So if they can get the basics down, and be disciplined in that will show us a lot of what's going to, the future of what's going on, even with the veterans that are not playing, during the preseason.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Ooh wee. This is gonna be this is definitely gonna be one of those years where we have asked and fought and dug in deep, but this is gonna be a crazy year, man. We have asked for so much. Yeah, they was running laps out there, man, because they screwed. They did some high school shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was like Twan said, it wasn't on the coaches. It was on the players. They elected to run laps for their screw ups during practice. I commend that, but damn, it's 94 degrees out there, man. Stop screwing up. We ain't got that type of time. You know what I mean? We ain't got that
Hey,
type of time, man.
hey, but I'll say this, and leave it alone. I've been to training camp, and they had a team come in to visit, and that team ran laps after practice, and that same team that ran laps after practice was the same team that won the Super Bowl. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there that, you know what I'm saying, some of these laps is a good thing. You know what I'm
No,
saying? They produce something.
no, I understand. I understand that. Yeah, I mean it builds good character. Yeah, I mean keeps you from screwing up later on. I'm fully aware of that. Fully understand that. I'm cool with that. Um, but I'm just saying, let's 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 not make that a habit.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
know what I mean? Let's not make that a habit. Um, so we are we're definitely nearing the end of the show. Um, I'm trying not to do the 2-3 hours in the middle of the week anymore. Um, try to limit hour 15, hour 20 at the most. So I will open up the floor to our chat. if there's any questions that you guys have, you know what I mean, now is the time to ask them within this 5 minute frame. Go ahead and get your questions in. If I can answer them, I'll answer them. If not, I'll look them up and I'll have an answer for you tomorrow. Or if Twan has an answer, Twan will definitely answer it for you. But yeah. Other than that, tomorrow night I will be back tomorrow night. But tomorrow night will be mental health. Will be it will be the mental health checkup. Hey, you too, Freight man. Hope you have a great night at work, brother. Hope you have a great night at work. Yeah, tomorrow night will be the mental health check. Um, we will check on everybody, make sure they're good. That will be tomorrow night's show. We will try and get some Raider news and rumors in there, but it will just be to make sure that everybody that is on the show. Hey Bernard, I take all questions, man. In the finals, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna keep it Cali, bro. I'm gonna keep it Cali. You know what I mean? If we talking NBA finals, bro, I'm gonna keep it Cali. You know what I mean? Golden State, fuck it. I'm gonna keep it Cali. It's West. You know what I mean? Look, I'll be honest with you. If it was Phoenix and Boston, I'd still be pulling for the West because I'm a West Coast motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I keeps it West. I keep all my sports teams West. So I got the West.
Yeah, I ain't liking this finals at all. So either one. So
Uh,
I'm in a tough situation.
Jay wants to know what's the bar: making the playoffs, winning at least one game or more. The bar is always the Super Bowl, Jay. The bar is always the Super Bowl. That should always be the bar. You know what I mean? Anything less than that, people say, "Oh, it was a great season. You made the playoffs." No, anything less than hoisting the championship was a failure. Because in the end, that is what we are all playing for: is that chip. Doesn't matter if you won 14 games. Hey, remember when New England went 16-0 and lost the Super Bowl? It didn't fucking matter. They had an undefeated season and it went down in the Super Bowl and it didn't fucking matter.
So Dirty, I actually got a question, and I want to hear your input on it. You know, technically today is June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, are you okay if we don't move June 1st?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. You know, if we did do something today, it wouldn't be regular. Because they always tend to let the first day go by.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, if they do something today, cool. Great. Wonderful. I'm more concerned about them people showing up for camp and being able to hear that, oh, this looked well and that looked well, or they came back and they returned and they seem to be so much more, in a cohesive state. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm more worried and concerned about that because I know Hunter gonna get his money. We already know that Hunter gonna get paid.
Mm.
Waller's extension will work its way out. It ain't got to be today. It ain't got to be tomorrow. You know what I mean? So
yeah, because I know a few people that's as soon as that money hit, You know what I'm saying? Almost like they bank account. As soon as that direct deposit hit, they trying to,
Yeah, but like Allegiant said, it doesn't take place. We don't get the money till the second.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We get the money the day after June 1st. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
today is just the final day that we can move and make and create more money if we so choose to. You know what I mean? Before the close of business today, 4 o'clock, right? If we release some players or something like that. Now, I'd be shocked if we released anybody. But I also understand that if we were to release anybody, it would be because the coaching staff does not see them working out the way they hope. You know what I mean?
mm,
Like you look at Trey Turner. How long was he in camp before they realized this guy's not going to cut it?
not that long.
You know what I mean? He wasn't in long. He wasn't in there long. You know what
Uh,
I mean? So,
he barely got a jersey, I think.
bro, I don't even think they gave him a number. I don't even think he gave him a number. Bernard, I don't know about any players anywhere else. Um, but here, I don't. That's a tough one. Like I said, like if we were to release somebody, it would be people like uh Daryl Levitt.
Please,
Uh,
Jesus.
it would be it'd be people like, hate to say it, but like Amik Robinson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He would be another casualty type player to get released. Um Sean, hold on real quick, because Sean sent me a list, man.
Yeah,
And
because like but and then also you have to realize that of course, if they get rid of guys like that, that there's probably going to be someone else that they're already looking at to bring in. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still, I call them interviews. They're still holding interviews. You know what I'm saying? And trying to fill out this roster until we have to be forced to create our final our final number.
yeah, my bad.
No, you
I'm
good?
trying to pull up Sean's real quick. So yeah, here's Sean's list of things. So he had Cleve Farrell, 5.2 mil dead money, 4.7 mil cap savings if you let him go. Denzel Good, zero dead money, 3.7 mil in cap savings. I don't see that happening though. Um, Cleve Farrell, I don't see that happening. I don't see Denzel happening. Denzel Perryman, zero dead money, $3 million cap savings. Don't see that happening because we're already light at linebacker. Brandon Parker, 622 million. I mean, 622,000 dead money, 2.9 million cap savings. But because they just re-upped him, I highly doubt that they move away from him. Foster Moreau, 122,000 dead money, 2.5 mil cap savings. But again, a team that loves tight ends. He's definitely the second tight end on the roster right now. So he's not going anywhere. Trayvon Mullen, 825,000 dead money, 2.4 cap savings. But being thin at corner, he's definitely not going anywhere. Like I said, this guy, Dallin Levitt, zero dead money, 2.4 mil cap savings. I can see that happening, but it's only
Please,
2.4, right?
please, Jesus.
Then you got Josh Jacobs at 1.6 mil dead money and 2.1 mil savings, right? But again, with him being in his contract state and what he's playing for, man, look, they're not making that move either. Jonathan Abram, 1.5 mil dead money, saving 2 mil, but they're not going to do that either. Still in his rookie deal. Now Meek Robinson, 123,000 dead money, 895,000 in cap savings. Okay, the only reason you would move on from him would be to create a spot on the roster for somebody else that's out working him. Because you're not gonna move for $800,000.
Yeah, he can
That's
pay
not even
less.
a meal.
Yeah, he less than a mil. Yeah, he
Yeah,
real cheap.
yeah, you know what I mean. So I mean, the only one you really gonna get some money from it is Levitt. You know what I mean, at 2.4. Jonathan Hankins, $100,000 dead money, 1.2 mils cap savings. But you're thin at you're thin at defensive tackle. You're definitely not moving on from him. And then Andrew Billings, the last name on this list, Andrew Billings, zero dead money, $1 million cap space. You know, again, bro, like it's $1 million. You know what I mean? It's $1 million. You're gonna let the whole offensive line come into camp and fight it out, bro. I mean, you are. Let's just be honest. You're gonna let every offensive lineman come into camp and fight it out. Yeah, no, Raider Allegiance. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. But we're just saying there's the list that I'm speaking on. There's like, even if it was done, none of it would have made sense aside from Dallin Levitt. He's the only one that would have made, any real sense for number wise. Everybody else got extendable got expandable contracts. You know what I mean? There it was like, bro, really? You know what I mean? $800,000. Yo, Jamie, what up with you, man?
Cause what? Well, that's the
It
other
takes a
thing.
preseason. It takes a preseason to get used to a new playbooking system. If you're a good player, you know what I mean. Um, the amount of weeks that they have to practice this new system, you know what I mean, is it's time. It's time on task. Yeah, that's how I look at it, man. It's time on task. It's not hard to learn something new. You know what I mean? It's really not hard to learn something new. And they have what? They go back into camp July, right? They go back in July.
Yeah.
So they have 6 weeks, 7 weeks to learn a play book, right? To learn the system. They got 8 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks to learn the system, plus the time spent on task now. So I add all of that. I'll add all of that in together. Plus, when you leave here, you're gonna leave with a playbook. So you should be learning it, right? If you truly want to win, you should be learning that on your free time, spare time, right? So I think we have players here that are full of determination right now. You know what I mean? These players are eager to win. They're going to do everything in their ability to make sure that we have a fighting chance at winning, right? I don't think anybody is here that is going to bring negativity or create a downfall. Although I heard, speculations and rumors that Colin Kaepernick had a great workout. I also heard the opposite of that as well, too. That although he may have had a nice workout, it wasn't a great workout. You know what I mean? Yeah, you look like you played at once, but I do watch David Carr. I like watching him. You know what I mean? I take his advice. I take his reports and his analytics really well. I like what he has to say. And he even said it. You know what I mean? For what Colin Kaepernick did, you know what I mean? I he could do the same thing. You know what I mean? And he's been removed from the NFL for a while too. You know what I mean? Yeah, you look like you played the QB position at one point in time. You're out here in shorts, t-shirt. It's different when you put on pads, man. It's different when you put on pads. And as his concern was, so was mine. You know what I mean? And I said it first. My only concern is that you've been away from the game for so long. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's tough. Point blank. That's my thing. You've been away from the game way too long, brother. Sorry. And the other thing I hate to say, this was his last opportunity. This was his very last opportunity to get into the NFL, man. I'm being 100% honest, man. I do not see any more doors opening for him to get into the NFL. You were just given an opportunity by the Renegade team, the only Renegade team in the NFL. The only Renegade team. Everybody else is gonna fall in line. So, I would definitely rather have Sue than Cap. If that's the question in the office, man, do we get Cap or do we get Sue? Man, you get Sue. Hey, Cap, I ain't trying to shit on you, but fuck you. I'm getting Dominican Sue. Point blank, hands down. I'd rather put my faith in Chase Garbers and give Ndamukong Suh the money. I just would.
It just makes more sense logically. You know what I'm saying? Dominican Sue is actually going to be on the field. You know what I'm saying? Kaepernick wouldn't be.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Sue's going to play a whole lot more than Cap. And I think Chase could be that. I think Chase Garbers could be that red zone threat of running the ball. You know what I mean? Kind of like what the Saints did with Taysom Hill. You know what I mean? He can throw, but he can also run. You know what I mean? And I believe he might be faster than DC. But I was watching a video where DC was smoking Max Crosby's boots. I don't know if y'all seen that, man, but there's a video where Max and Carr are racing and Carr smoked them boots. So
DC get up when he want to.
Yeah.
when he want to, he can get up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell people that all the time. If you look at Johnny Manziel's 40 time and DC's 40 time, they're almost identical.
Man. Hey, Purple and Gold. Yes, this would be a great week. That would be a great Raiders week, man. It would just be a follow-up to the great weeks that we've had in this offseason, which is one of the reasons I was so pissed yesterday at the article that I read that gave us the fifth worst in the offseason this year. I wanted so bad to just chuck my phone at the shit I was reading. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to throw something at the screen, bro. Like, I just wanted to throw something, but I was just like, man, you know what? I ain't even tripping, man. This is some idiotic bullshit. I don't even know who allowed this to pass through, but
we live in a society where they expect for you to have to buy your team, you know what I'm saying, to win. You know what I'm saying? They feel like if you didn't buy your team, if you didn't, make a all, a all-star, team, through free agency, you didn't win the offseason. You know what I'm saying? And That's not that there's more ways to win Super Bowls than that.
Yeah, I don't believe these guys are experts. You know what I mean? These people that are saying these things, purple and gold Raider. I don't believe these guys are experts at all. I believe they're paid hands spitting things that they're paid to say, but these aren't true facts. I'm good with the Carr contract, Corey Woods. I'm good with the contract, man. Truthfully, I felt like it was team friendly. If he was somewhere else, it would have been more. I guarantee you. If he was anywhere else, it would have been more money. But he
Facts.
took a team friendly deal because the team was loyal to him and did what he asked and went and got a Devontae Adams. Right? So they held up their end. He held up his end. In the end, everybody's happy. And it's time to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's time to win. So I'm 100% good with the Carr contract. I'm happy it got done. I'm extremely happy it got done. You know what I mean? And Carr's contract was a great number because it was a number that allowed them to do Max's contract. You know what I mean? It allowed them to still have money to go get a Chandler Jones. It gave them money to go ahead and sign some other people. You know what I mean, as well as a Devontae Adams, but a Belials. You know what I mean, and the free agents that we brought in. You know what I mean, like that money, the money that DC decided to take, it put our franchise in a really great spot for years to come. You know what I mean? Look, he took a page out of Brady's book. I'm going to invest in myself by investing some of this money back into the team to give me the ability to get to where I'm trying to be. A lot of these quarterbacks ain't doing that, man. Aaron Rodgers being one of them. He was about his money point blank. He didn't leave no money on the table for Devontae Adams. He didn't leave no money on the table for what was the other dude? Valdez Scantling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't leave no money on the table for them. You know? Corey Wood says, I agree. I'm worried about having to listen to all the Carr haters still, since it's not more guaranteed. Look, the Carr haters are gonna be the Carr haters, Corey. They always gonna hate, bro. Haters, DC will never be able to do enough for the haters. I guarantee you, if DC won 3 Super Bowls, the people who hate on them now, half will probably come over and start cheering rah 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 shish boom bop. The other half will say it wasn't DC, it was the defense, or it wasn't DC, it was the addition of this, or it wasn't DC, it was the coach. It wasn't DC. Whatever they gonna say is gonna always start with it wasn't DC.
Yep.
I don't really too much care about the haters anymore, man. Because DC continuously comes out and does what I want my quarterback to do. And it's just me. I'm not speaking for anyone else on this opinion or this fact or this matter, truthfully. I'm just saying, for me, I don't want the quarterback that's always in the fucking limelight. I don't want the quarterback that's spending his time making all these commercials when we're not winning. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that quarterback. I want the quarterback that he loves his family. He loves his savior. He's a stand-up guy on the field. You know what I mean? He backs his players. He's intelligent. He's athletic. Like, that's all I want in my quarterback, bro. I don't want the Hollywood making movies, you know what I mean, 50 million commercials. I don't want that QB, bro. I don't. And that's just me. Now, I'm not trying to speak for anybody else. Some people think that that's what he probably needs to do, and this would improve his, you know what I mean, his persona and personality to people. But I don't think he really cares.
No.
He's not chasing the money. You know what I mean? So for me, I always wanted the quarterback that was going to put in any and all effort that it took to win, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what he is. He's the first in the building, he's the last to leave the building. You know, he's there before the coaching staff. You know what I mean? He's there after they leave. You know, so I see the determination in this guy. I see the grit, you know what I mean, in this guy. I see the will to fight, to press through, you know what I mean, all adversity, you know what I mean, all the obstacles that get placed in front of him. Like, bro, name me another quarterback that you've seen break something in the game and fucking come back the same game. Now, there's a few. I'm not saying that there's not, but I'm just saying, you break something, your day is over. Technically, your day is over. You done broke something. But he go tape it up and be like, yeah, fuck it, put a glove on that hand. I'm good. I throw with this hand anyway. Yes, this hurts, but I'm still gonna fucking play. Or fuck your back up and still play the whole season with a bad back. Because you know you're the only chance that we got. So you put it all on the line. You risk everything in one season for quite possibly to be the last season. Right? Because you already got back problem. So you take the wrong hit, that could be it. I mean, we're talking about a guy who continuously lays it out on the line every single time he puts on the silver and black. Why can't you respect that? How does that not command fucking respect? How does it not command respect? That's all I'm saying, man.
Man, and especially, you know what I'm saying, and just to add on, like all the stuff that we went through last year, you know what I'm saying, and DC kept the team together. You know what I'm saying? Like with the multiple, it wasn't just one instance, you know what I'm saying, one scenario, it was like multiple scenarios last year. You know what I'm saying? And he still kept the team together.
Yeah. Yeah, no, AR, my guy. Bro, you're 100% right, bro. He's not there for the clout. He's not there for the clout, man. DC wants a ring, bro. DC wants a ring. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a special guest backstage, man. This young brother is coming up in the YouTube game. You guys have to check him out. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the newest guys on the scene, Mr. Rivals of the West. What's up with you, brother?
I slept farther than I thought I would. I was expecting to come up like a little bit ago, but I slept past an alarm I set after 10 hours of work, so here I am.
Yes, sir, man. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Quick, what, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., you know? Shit.
Oh, okay. I caught your show with Ozzy, the
Yeah,
one you sent me.
yeah.
Oh, cool
Doing
deal.
another one tomorrow. I gotta get going back into making videos. I got COVID for about a week there, so, getting back into the flow of things.
Okay. All right, man. Well, shit. Glad to see you good. Glad to see you doing better.
Yeah.
We discussed we discussed our views on Ndonga Suh quite possibly being here,
I,
especially with the high hopes now with
I think it's gonna happen. I mean, I heard the Browns are out. I don't know, like, what happened there. Maybe they just pulled the offer, I think, or something. But
yeah. I'm not 100% sure what happened either, but I did hear the same thing that the Browns were out. So
that's all I need to hear. Get
that's
out of it.
all. I mean, the Bucks are out now too. I
Yeah,
mean,
but they
shit,
got
they went and got Akeem Hicks.
yeah, they got
So
Akeem Hicks.
I mean, really, I mean, where else is he going to go? There was only 3 teams that were in the running, right?
As far
So
as I knew from the start, yeah, there was 3 teams, and the Bucks. I don't know if they got someone better, but they definitely got a good D tackle over there, and he's gonna fit in nice. But outside of that,
I don't know if he's better, but I can say that he's younger.
yes, Akeem Hicks is
Yeah.
younger by 2 years, possibly 3 years, but again,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting back thinking. I'm like, are they, you know what I'm saying? It kind of seems like they kind of did like a one of the same, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
so
Akeem Hicks and Sue are,
they're
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 not
they're
too
right there.
they're pretty close to each other, you know what I'm saying? When it
I'm
comes to
fine with getting Sue because he's also had no injury history. So again, with that being said, I think he's a little more valuable because we've seen Akeem Hicks, I think, but past 2 years struggle with staying on the field. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now in
and they
that
gave him
sense, yes, but
they gave him a whole lot more money too, man.
Yeah,
So
$10 million, but I don't know if it's up to more money or not. But again, I would be fine with Sue. I don't really know who else we're gonna sign. Possibly Hunter Renfro gets his extension.
well, Renfro and Waller got to get their extensions first. Anyway. Well, not so much Waller, but Renfro definitely got to get extended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's a no-brainer. I think that's a no-brainer. But like I said earlier, if you get sued, it'll have to be in the next 4 days. If it's not in the next 4 days, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Or they weren't they already discussing a contract? I think that's what I heard. They were already discussing a contract, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, he's been in discussions with all 3 of us. I think today they may have taken more of a serious turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It definitely looks up in our favor.
Yeah.
But I think at this point in time, it's all about the bottom. The bottom line is the dollar amount.
So what would you be willing to pay him? Like
Nothing
1 year?
more than 7. I'm topped out at 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say around the 1 year, $7 million or something like that.
Yeah, 7 is the absolute top dollar. I'm not giving you a penny more.
Yeah.
Well, not me personally. Now, if they give him 7.5, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? But he's coming off a 1 year 9 mil. He's coming off another 1 year 8 mil. He's coming off another 1 year 9 mil. You know what I mean? And that was down in Florida. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you come over to Vegas, 7 should be a great number for you.
Yeah. And I mean, to add on to what we already have on that D line. So.
And he'd be coming closer to home. You know what I mean? He'd be coming closer to home, being that he's from Portland, Oregon. You know what I mean? So now his family is closer to watch his last season. You know what I mean? Portland is a small flight from Vegas. It's a small flight. You know, I think an hour 15 minutes. I think that's the flight time. Hour 15 minutes. You know, so I think that's a little enticing for him. You know.
What? We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We will see what happens, man. Because Vegas is becoming a very, 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 very attractive and beautiful place to live. They got some phenomenal golf courses. And I know you wouldn't expect that because it's hot out there. But they keep them courses watered. They got some beautiful green courses out there, man. I just played one while I was there for the draft. You know what I mean? Beautifully green course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I've already so first I'm expecting to go to week 1, and then I'm trying to find a home game I want to go to.
okay.
No.
So you going to the Chargers game?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be at the game. I'm not going to the game, but I think I'll be out in the parking lot hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll be, if they allow the tailgate, and I'll be at the tailgate.
Yeah.
But that's about, unless if I go to the game, I'll probably buy my tickets after the first quarter ends. Yeah.
Find the real cheap tickets like that.
Hell yeah. Get the cheap ticket.
Bro,
why not?
The fans, the amount of money they be throwing at tickets, dude. Wow.
Yeah. So I'll buy that. I'll buy that ticket, that cheap ass ticket at the end of the first quarter.
It's like maybe like 40, 50 right there.
Yeah. Like spend $50 to get in. Everybody else paid $600. All I missed was a quarter. I saw that on my phone.
Yeah, I watched that on my fucking phone. Are you kidding me?
I saw that on my phone. Yeah, I might. Like I said, I'll probably just be at the tailgate though, man.
I've been thinking about it. Trying to aim for the week 18 because that'd be really cool. Chiefs, Raiders, you kidding me?
Yeah. Nah, that would be nice. You know what I mean? Especially if we win that game and knock the Chiefs out of the playoffs. And we didn't even have to because we already solidified in the playoffs, but just knock them out just because. Man, that'd be dope.
I have noticed.
Frank, my guy, what's up with you, man? Tabella, baby boy, what's up, man?
I have noticed Charger fans are really annoying.
Yeah, they are. Well, nah, yeah, I think, you know what? Yeah, I'll definitely be at the tailgate, man. If nothing else,
I had some sit behind me, man, and they was talking crazy, and then they had to shut up because we ended up beating them in overtime.
I went to
you was at that game.
Yeah.
I went to the Raiders and Browns game. Kind of a different experience. I got barked at. I think that guy was really drunk out of his mind. But God, dude, so when they took the lead, I don't remember. It was like in the fourth quarter. I can't remember how much time was left. But they took the lead, and then Carr threw that one pick. It was a little dumb of a throw, but whatever. The guy just like turned around and like is barking and yelling. I'm just like, you are out of your mind. But okay. I didn't even say much. I'm just sitting here like thinking to myself, like, I'm not gonna say too much because I'm not trying to die here in Cleveland. But God, dude,
man, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I haven't had any issues with opposing fans of any game that I've been to.
Bengal fans are really nice. I've been to 2 Raider Bengal games. They're really nice.
Yeah, no, I've just never had any issues with any fans from any other team at any point in time. Yeah, I haven't. You say what you want to say. You keep it respectful. I can take a good joke. That's all good. That's all fine and dandy. I can take a good joke all day long.
I think there was the one other. Oh shit!
If you get my personal space,
yeah,
we have a problem. I can do the riffraff all day long. I can go back and forth with the insults. That doesn't even bother me, not a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's the invasion of my personal space.
Yep.
Once you do that, or you start taking these words outside the context of sports.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bring another man's family into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't make it personal. You know what I mean? Keep it fan. But don't make it personal. You make it personal, then we have an issue. But we have actually exceeded the time that I set out to achieve. I wanted to be laying on my pillow by this time. I definitely appreciate y'all pulling up. Rivals of the West, tell them where they can find you, bro, before we roll out.
So you can go find me here at least. Check out my videos if you haven't already. I do have my actual. I do actually have a Rivals of the West IG account. It's straight up what it is, pretty much on the screen. So, I'm just gonna post small clips from when I do live videos there.
For sure. What's the YouTube channel?
Excuse me, Jesus. Rivals of the West, guys. Shit. I'm gonna do a review tomorrow. If anyone wants to pull up to that one. Late night, or not too late, but it'll be like 7, 8 o'clock. So, if anyone wants to go watch that next one, I will be live.
Send me the link. I'll pull up.
Okay. See you.
Send me the link. I will definitely pull up. Twan, let them know where they can find you, brother.
Exactly where you said. You can find me on IG at Twan TWUAN. You can also find me on YouTube at Raider Twan, and then also you can follow me on YouTube at Yes Sir Outdoors, which is also on Facebook and Instagram. Yes Sir Outdoors.
Most definitely, brother. Greatly appreciate y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, appreciate you being here. 50 million things on YouTube. The fact that you allowed me into your home or your phone or your car or whatever device you're watching this on, man, is greatly appreciated more than ever. As I always end my show, no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Your Raider Nation, go get your motherfucking sunshine. We out.